Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That's Suitor T playing some more Black Myth Wukong. Last time we started the Purple Cloud Mountain, defeated the Scorpion Lord. What an egregious fight that was. And then defeated Taoist Me, the start of the Wormgwise. This time, it feels like we will be ending the long secret area. I promise you, if you've been waiting for me to struggle this boss fight without the Scorpion Lord coming in to interrupt is torture. The Dust Man. Oh yes, he does start off with less health in part because of the Scorpion Lord originally. But ow, I wasn't paying attention. But because we beat the Scorpion Lord, he automatically has it. There we go. Ow. Come on. Oh. Oh. Come on now. Come on. Ooh. Gotcha. And yes, two faces. Ow. Ow. Oh, mother. I remember why I didn't like this boss fight. Yaguai King the Duskvale, head adorned in golden embrace, clutching jade that sunshine trace, stars and clouds his robe does hold. I can never finish those. I don't even know why I bother trying. Gotta relax. Miss. Get you out of there. No, no. No. Oh boy. Oh, I messed up my timing. I rolled into it. I keep rolling into that. Nice try. Got you. Skip this. Oh man. Oh boy! Okay. I messed up my timing. Okay, okay. Ah! This guy. I hate this fight already. I messed up. Come on. Gotcha there. Gotcha on that one. Come on. Okay. All touching my sword or my mana. Get this. Let's do this. Can't keep beating me. Woo! Oh! I messed up my timing again. on. Oh. People were falling in a predicament. Amplification pellets. There it is. Got you! Yes! Oh, I had to go quiet. I can't believe it. Oh, the Dusk Veil has been vanquished.
All these years apart. And they've marred you like this. I journeyed from Mount Lee to delve into the mysteries of this valley. I didn't mean to hold this back from you. It was because I had to. I stayed my hand for my ties to his mother. That's why I called upon you. But how did you get this? I thought it was with the 100-eyed Guai. This may well be the design of destiny itself. I shall help you and restore its power. Consider this as my token of gratitude. strings dangling from the sky. No one knows whether they lead to weal or woe. Why does everyone vie to scale them?
I am so happy that only took me so many tries. This vessel of mine is forged not of iron or steel, nor of gold, but solely from the eyes of my son. That is so sad. Oh, hey, couldn't steal. Perfect. It's time to change this over, yes. Let's get this. Just max out my pluck of many as much as possible for now. Ooh. Let's max my crit hit chance off of this. Next up, reduces the duration of 4 bangs. Maybe. With that said, this game decided to give me all the good stuff. Double-combed rooster blood. I guess I could redouse me and the Dusk Veil all at once. Make it real easy. But why would I do that? Using the Gordon poison state removes the poison state and moderately increases movement speed and critical hit chance. I mean, that's not a bad effect, honestly. If I didn't have so many amazingly good ones, I would consider it. Doused me. In empty mountains, falling blossoms sound. A flute's soft notes reveal homes around. Wearing masks that obscure false and true, they borrow forms to seek cinnabars, who. Long ago, a young man ventured alone to the webbed ridge, seeking vengeance. However, he was captured by Yaoguais and endured many hardships in their lair before narrowly escaping. Upon his return to the kingdom of Zhuji, numerous weavers approached him, hoping he would lead them to the estate of Zhu on the ridge to find the legendary jade shuttle. The young man, overwhelmed, shut his doors to visitors, but his mother couldn't understand his reluctance and pressured him to lead the weavers to the ridge to slay the Yaoguais and rescue his father. Yet, human nature is unpredictable, and the weavers, each with their own agendas, failed to unite in the face of danger. They quarreled incessantly and were ultimately wiped out by a giant green spider in the estate. The young man, cowering in fear, was shocked to see the spider transform into the green-clad maiden he had once encountered in the cave. Disillusioned with humanity, he tearfully begged the fairy to let him stay on the ridge and cultivate. The green-clad maiden scolded him harshly and expelled him from the estate. The young man wandered to an abandoned village on the ridge. The insect guais, having heard of his plight, took pity on him. A dragonfly guai introduced him to her master, the hundred-eyed Taoist at the temple. Taoist master at the temple of yellow flowers. Whoops. At the temple, all the Taoists wore stone masks. The Taoist master told the young man that to achieve the Tao, he must sever all worldly ties and don a stone mask to cut off his mortal connections. The young man hesitated and wandered around the temple. Unexpectedly, an elderly woman in red arrived with a group of beautiful maidens, including the green-clad maiden and the girl in yellow. Later, the temple hosted a banquet for the maidens. The young man, spying from the side, saw the table laden with dishes. Human oil stir-fried, fresh human meat cooked and roasted, tofu blocks made from human brains, and meat buns filled with human flesh. The stench was nauseating, and he could only watch as the Yaoguais feasted on humans. The Taoist master, noticing his shock, remarked indifferently, "It is in a Yaoguai's nature to eat humans. Mortal lives are short. Even if we consume them, it only shortens their lifespan by a few decades, a mere blink of an eye." That night, the young man felt an overwhelming sense of loneliness. Under the moonlight, he played a tune from his homeland, feeling utterly lost. He realized that if he didn't become a Yaoguai, he might be eaten by his fellow disciples. Reflecting deeply, he questioned how he had ended up in such a predicament. After a long night of tears, he resolved to become a disciple and pursue the Tao. Since he couldn't change his fate, he decided to go with it. Determined, he asked his master for the quickest path to becoming a Yaoguai. The master told him, In the Purple Cloud Mountain, there is a rare insect called the armor worm. Consuming its eggs will allow you to ascend and become a Yaoguai." The Dusk Vale. A brief song stirs the valiant heart. Long crows pierce the night apart, leaping high, then falling low, drifting like duckweed in the flow. He lay on the ground, still unsure of how he had been defeated. The previously unremarkable Taoist-robed Insectguai, whom he had previously dismissed as insignificant, now stood before him with a smirk on his face. Why not his? Whatever. Seeing the Guai holding a radiant golden hairpin, he suddenly understood. He wanted to ask a question, but found he couldn't speak. The pain was unbearable. It seemed that his throat was slit by the vile insect with the hairpin. He should be dying. He closed his eyes, not wanting his last sight to be that hideous face. Unexpectedly, someone turned him over and carefully applied decoction to his wound. He could breathe again, but this brought him no relief. The Guai clicked its tongue in amazement. "The medicine Master gave is truly remarkable. It has mended the severed part completely. What a pity to use it on this one." He opened his eyes and tried to ask a question, but the Guai stopped him. "Don't rush. External medicine can't heal internal injuries. Besides, I don't intend to cure you." With that, the Guai waved its hand, and two fake Taoists in green robes carried over a jade box covered with brocade. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The Guai took out a golden cocoon and said, "We mountain Guais are unworthy of this item. It's best to test it on you." Panic-stricken, he coughed up blood, which splattered onto the golden cocoon. The cocoon broke upon contact with the blood, and a worm with a human head and a golden body emerged, quickly squirmed into the grass, and disappeared. The Guai remained unperturbed and pulled out another golden cocoon from the jade box. Master was truly wise to have prepared two golden cocoons. He tried to struggle, but his body was tightly bound by cobweb. The Guai commanded, "Pour it down his throat." The fake Taoists brought several buckets of water and forced his head back, pouring some foul-smelling concoction into his mouth. He felt something go down his throat. After swallowing it, he felt as if he were floating on clouds, his mind becoming hazy. Apart from a lingering concern for his mother, he could hardly remember anything. He silently recited one last prayer, hoping that a glimmer of survival would be bestowed upon his mother. I kind of feel bad for him. Hongi. Okay, let's do this. Tearful eyes reflect tearful eyes. Broken hearts echo broken cries. The world harbors the cold and sly, yet sparse this soul in serpent skies. My brain. The Jade Emperor sat on his throne in the Celestial Palace, gathering the officials. Hong Yi stood among the immortals and saw Tai Bai Jingqing leading an officer in. A crown of 5 peaks on his head, a landscape-engraved tablet in his hand. He wore the light of the 7 stars on his robe and walked to the pleasant music of 8 jade rings dangling from his waist. Tabai Jinxing then announced, "Your Majesty, I have brought the son of Bodhisattva Pilanpo from the Purple Cloud Mountain as commanded." The Jade Emperor responded, "Let the celestial official come forward. I appoint you as the Dawn Star, ranking among the 28 constellations, and grant you residence in the Palace of Illumination. Remember to be diligent in your duties and conduct your patrols on time." The newly appointed Dawn Star thanked the Emperor for his grace. The Jade Emperor then ordered the Crane Immortal and the Supreme Inspector to escort him to his post, also bestowing upon him 2 bottles of imperial wine and 10 golden flowers. The Immortals congratulated the Dawn Star, while Hong Yi stood quietly on the periphery, observing for a moment. She was slightly older than him, and having grown up together due to the deep connections and frequent interactions between their families, she had always seen him as a younger brother. Now, witnessing his moment of glory, she believed his future held limitless potential. After waiting a while longer, she watched him greet and bid farewell to others in front of the hall, his spirits high, yet he never glanced her way. With a quiet sigh, she turned and slowly walked out the hall. Let's see, how many do I still need? I need 5 Yaoguai chiefs, 1 lesser Yaoguai, 1 Yaoguai king, and 1 character. I've fought everything I can think of to fight. Let's take a look at this. I guess it was back there. I'll probably just cut to it or something, I don't know. I really just did not want to deal with all of them. Rest, recoup that mana. The Court of Illumination. Okay, there are 3 pathways. This one leads all the way up there. That's where I came from. And that's the boss area. Don't go down the wrong path. Before I do this, max stamina, yay! Oh my lord, this guy. supreme inspector. Oh, already done. That's not...
Stop! Spare his life! Foul monkey! No matter how many times you reincarnate, you're still blind to the ways of this world. Now, in your folly, you've hindered the dealings of the court. But above that, you've given a girl who knows no limits a false hope. I shall transform her into a mighty golden pill and keep it safe for you. Think about her, won't you? Should you feel like stirring trouble in your next life?
Well, that's mean of you. What did that girl ever do? She just wanted to be free.
Kill.
Yeah, you all can kill down there. I don't care. Knew there was a big old chest up here. Blood of the Iron Bull. Overall, I do feel bad. My choice to go around and do all that turned an innocent woman into a golden pill. Let's go and see these guys real fast. I got a wine worm, so let's see if I can upgrade my wine. Oh yes, there's something else traveling now here too. You all remember that proto-armor one I brought and the feed and feeding it? This is what you get, the older armor one spirit. I'm not a fan of it, getting it that way, but it is what it is.
What do you think?
Okay,
2 drops, honey.
upgrade my drinks. Yeah.
Such fine brew would fit your gourd well.
Excellent. Each sip recovers 49% of max health, meaning it recovers almost half of my max health. Plus, I can add another soak into this. Perfect. And the medicine master gourd.
Yeah, you need a
Medicine Buddha
fine
gourd.
gourd to drink from. I'll fetch you a fitting one.
I can buy this. Immortal Blessing gourd. Health recovery is halved, but attack is increased for a short duration after using the gourd.
Trade as you will. Joy is what counts. Drink.
Perfect.
Drink.
back so soon. Give it here.
Let me see, what can I craft? Not yet. Definitely not. Ooh, that's just a qualitative upgrade overall. Nothing. Okay.
I'll get to pounding. If you need sharper blades, see me.
Oh, I will. I'm praying you don't require me any of my will, man. Like I've got none
Mine
of that
eyes
left.
doth see the dell from the confines of my abode. Greeting, brave one.
It does indeed cost will. Don't worry about it. There we go.
No shame in taking a pill.
Oh, jeez. Nope, nope. With that said, let's see here. I'm gonna cut around until I find the lesser Yao Guai entry that I'm missing. And once I do, I will make it back to the Court of Illumination and edit the episode there. I'll be back. I figured out where I was missing it. So, this is Longevity Road, Keeper Shrine. You'll find this enemy by going down here and taking these stairs to the left. Leave me alone. And I won't. And I won't. Like, I do remember fighting this guy on my first playthrough. Yeah, there he is. Okay. Gotcha. Ugh. Once again, these spikes. I forgot this was here. Alright, the turtle treasure. The human heart swings good and ill, with wealth and treasure, freedom's thrill. Riding a hammer to the sky. Tell me, is it strange or nigh? Let me read the Crane Immortal real fast. In crimson embroidered crown, pure and refined, ascending to meet the immortal unconfined. Revered in the vast skies, far and wide, what foolish man would dare not abide? The newly appointed Dawn Star originally served in the Hall of Incense. Now promoted, he had his first opportunity to tour the Celestial Palace. As he exited the Celestial Palace, he was met by the Crane Immortal, who first took him to the Celestial Gate to be introduced to the captains of the court on duty and the four heavenly kings. They then visited the 33 halls and the 72 palaces, paying respects to everyone along the way. The celestial beings treated them with utmost courtesy, which greatly pleased the newly appointed Constellation Officer. After the tour, the Crane Immortal was about to personally escort the Dawn Star back to the Palace of Illumination. On the way back, the Dawn Star suddenly asked, "I wonder if my predecessor was promoted or demoted. Could you enlighten me so I may know how to conduct myself in the future?" The Crane Immortal smiled and said, "He mingled too closely with the mortal realm, perhaps making some friends among the mountains and wilds. Now, having shed his celestial bonds, who can say where he revels in his newfound freedom?" The Constellation Officer frowned and asked, "I heard that the Dome of Stars conducts roll calls daily. How could it be that the Constellation Officer left without anyone knowing?" The Crane Immortal gently smoothed the wrinkles on the Dawn Star's robe and said somberly, "If he hadn't left quietly, how would you be here now?" Hearing this, the Dawn Star seemed to understand and did not pursue the matter further. Smart, honestly. Being as Sun Wukong would put it, a dog of the court. I'd probably sneak out. Well, either that or, do what Wukong did. Both are fine options. And just so you get to see how this all works. Oh, it's like, I had to. He was in the way. So good. And here we are. Beautiful. Could I ixnade some of that? Yes, I can. Did I want to? No. Will I rest and then travel back to the shrine that is at the end of this? Yes. Am I going to end this here as I promised? Absolutely. Alright, I've procrastinated and BS'd enough. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.